educational videos on biogas by Hycons.
This is session 6, Importance of Knowledge and Innovation. It is true for any industry, and of course it's also true for the compressed biogas or BioCNG industry. When I started looking at the market, what I realized, and I also got very surprised, you also may get surprised by doing this. Only two private companies invested in the real research on the CBG, and two other are public companies. So there are four people. How the CBG came in, there was a scheme called Deen Bandhu Gas. And under Deen Bandhu Gas, it was a household size cow dung digesters. And people started constructing that, and many people got a good experience and exposure in biogas. And we have lakhs of Deen Bandhu gas plants running, uh, where they also got MNRE subsidy. When the Satat came in, people started pitching to the early entrepreneurs. I have constructed 100 plants, 200 plants. But all those 100, 200 were actually these small Dinbandhu models. General tendency, the Indian way of thinking is biogas is there. We have to just add a purification and the compression unit so that the biogas will, or the compressed biogas will come out. That is the major reason. First 2 to 3 years, people were hit very badly in terms of the yield, output, or the working of the plant itself. Whereas while that was happening, uh, we at Hycons went back to the drawing board and we heavily invested on the research at not at the lab scale but at the real size, commercial size digesters. Everything we constructed and we started doing the R&D. Uh, So, I'm going to talk about knowledge and innovation and importance of it, because everybody will get the same machine. Everybody can get a same kind of construction also, but the output or the success rate will vary person to person. So, what is the reason? So, the reason is here. There is something called tribal knowledge. So, tribal knowledge, how we can say is, from generation after generation, these tribal people will get a knowledge, let us say, of a medicine. They do not, what you call, hold any probably degrees or those things, but there is some ingrained knowledge in them which is coming through the experience of doing it. So that tribal knowledge is very, very important. So that is the reason, by reading on the internet or listening to my YouTube, if it is a do-it-yourself project, the same result may not come. So take it as a disclaimer. So these are all the their sessions are to share the knowledge. The real plant, I still suggest we have to go to approved technology providers who are listed on the Satat website also. And probably the best way is people who have done their own investment and arrived at various technologies. So in our own case, I will show you, take it as more than as a marketing material, see where and all the innovation possibilities there. And there is always a scope for improvement every day. So as on today, in these areas, we have done major or minor improvements. That's why we are in a very good position to talk about it. On the raw material, most of the raw materials were seasonal and not available throughout the year. So the option for our kind of climatic zone was grass. So that's why we went into napier grass. It can be maize or many things, but the napier being the perennial, if you cut it again, it will grow. You will not put the seed again and again. So grass is one of the thing where we started using. And grass was not dipping into the water, and grass, even after taking out the readily available sugar and carbohydrate for producing the gas, there was fibers left out. So we used an enzyme, means we developed an enzyme to melt this fiber part also, so that it became cellulosic syrup. It is a very thin liquid it has become. While when it became thin liquid, and traditional yield as well as enzymatic yield when they started giving, for a given output plant, say 3 tons per day, 6 tons per day, for that same output, our digester naturally became smaller because we are feeding lesser raw material. Then also the second byproduct or the advantage what we got is, since we made it a syrup, the agitation power, the or the electricity power used to agitate the complete solid kind of mixture to the syrup drastically came down. And also we could get away with the internal agitators, and we can go with the externally mounted recirculation pumps. And because of the traditional as well as the scientific method, we started getting up to 8% of yield from 1 ton of gas. So 83 kg, that's what we got certified uh, last year. And this year it is much higher. And we don't want to disclose in the public forum. And also we found the methodology to suppress the H2S production itself. As it is in the grass-based plant, the H2S is lower than the press mud or the municipal solid waste plant. But whatever is the plant, we suppress the production of this H2S gas, which is highly causes the rust. This is better for us. Then on the purification side, we took the advantage of both water scrubbing as well as the PSA. And for some of the customers on their request, we are installing the other kind of purification system, which is membrane. Now coming to the compression, the mechanical compressor will take a lot of power and generate a lot of heat, and the hydraulic is long lasting. So these two are different technologies by itself. Like mechanical will store the energy in the form of flywheel, whereas the hydraulic is stored in the form of compressed oil. So we mixed these two technologies together and brought down the electricity consumption in the compression stage. And on the sales side, one is the oil marketing companies buying it and retailing it. The second is there is option for ourselves to approach the customers directly. In that case, we have to convert the diesel generators, tractors, and those kind of equipment, engines, which can run on diesel as well as on the gas together. And also, if it is a furnace or the boiler, we will have to change over to burners. So we also started what you call learning those process, and we have very good supplier base, Indian as well as North American countries. We have made a tie-up and the sales side. So there are so much space for innovation, and that innovation counts. And when you adopt all these innovations, you will also probably become gain a tribal knowledge, and then you will start getting a better output. This is what I wanted to highlight. This is about the session about the importance of innovative thinking in biogas. Even though it is a very natural process, and probably we're having running maybe around 1,000 years, the gas is getting produced. But still, as we are concentrating it as an industrial process, the innovation counts. Let us catch up through our website or contact at hycons.in.